Okay, Akshay. So we are streaming live. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So I am pasting it in our WhatsApp groups.
Okay.
Okay, so we are streaming live. Okay. Yeah. So you can also just put it up. Here we go. Da-da-da-da-da. And Akshay. So the
Hello.
time right now is 9:32.
Yeah. Hey, good evening, people.
अरे हाँ.
Hello.
गुड इवनिंग. अक्षय लग गया है अपने प्रचार में. दुनिया गई लेने.
Uh,
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, guys.
Good evening.
So Akshay, have you already shared it in your respective places?
हाँ sir.
Yes, yes. Okay, hello everybody. So already the team has started joining in. Today we are having Akshay with us. Okay, and some of you people might already be knowing him, and he has been associated with the program and with me since long time, basically. Okay, I think
Yeah.
like 8 months or so, something like that. Okay,
Uh,
and it's really a wonderful time to know him because I've seen him personally growing from the starting position to right now. There have been a lot of changes in his personality. Okay, and I really want you people to be aware of. Okay, and as part of today's session we have Akshay with us. We are going to focus on two primary aspects, guys. Okay, the first one is for beginners, it would really help to have a step by step strategy of how do you get better in programming. Okay,
yeah.
so that is going to be one primary aspect of today's session. And the second session is about how do you utilize the social media which is around us. Okay, so this entire world of social media has been like past 20 years, that's it. Okay, so before that it was not there. So if we really know how to make utilization of the social media from the perspective of your career and all, it's really going to give a lot of value. Okay, so yes, Akshay. So I think personally feel this session is going to be very valuable. So Akshay, you can give a quick intro about
Yeah.
yourself and then we can get started with the topic. Yes.
Yeah. So my name is Akshay Akhre, and I am on the way to becoming software developer. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to Yeah. So yeah. And okay, this is my short intro.
खत्म कर दिया अक्षय इतने जल्दी कैसे
हाँ.
चलेगा यार ऐसे लाइफ में. ठीक है. Okay, so yeah, tell something about today's session from your perspective.
Yeah.
So, how your
Yeah.
journey have been and what are we going to discuss today here?
Yeah. So few days ago, I heard about Whitehead Juniors, right?
Okay.
So their small kids are developing applications like
Mm-hmm.
अपने चिंटू ने एप्लीकेशन बनाया तो
Right.
या तो I thought that कि I need to give my friends some information about the programmings whoever wants to whoever wants to come in the IT industry, right? So this session is going to be very helpful for each and everyone. And yeah.
Okay, ठीक है चलो then let's get started with the session. Okay, so guys,
Okay.
basically I want to just lay down a quick foundation for all the people listening right now. Okay, so Akshay, there are already like 20 people in. So yes, Shank, good evening. Hey Ijaz, Sony, Arohi. So all the guys are in the house. Okay, Akshay, so they are all watching and listening you.
Yeah.
Now let me just
Yeah.
give a base about this. So getting started with programming, guys, you need to understand key. Okay, 2020 was a living example of this. Okay, the industry which we are into, the IT industry, the software industry, programming, coding. So no matter what happened in the world in this past year 2020, but it was software which binded everything together. Okay, and guys, many businesses were completely shut down. People were not able to have their daily wages also, but IT was still running. Yeah, there was some market affected because IT is also driven by some sort of businesses. If the business is affected, yes, the development was affected, but still the entire world was connected because of the software platform only. So you need to
Yeah.
understand, if you have picked up this industry, I think it is the best decision which you have made, and there is going to be a solid future for you with a lot of opportunities, lot of money. Okay, that is one point. So if you have made a decision, IT, way to go ahead. Thumbs up for that. Okay. Now, second, already guys, before lockdown and all that started, okay, before this COVID and all this dramatic situation happened all across the globe, already scientists were saying that by the year 2030, nothing but 10 years from now, they were already saying that machine, AI, and all those ML related algorithms, and in your physical life you will find a lot of software working. So far we used to just be like, okay, our phones, our apps, our websites were softwareized, but now the plan is that our day to day life is going to have so much of like IT automation. Okay, nothing but we already have seen so many things coming up, right? Alexa, Google Home, and all these devices. So you can just command sitting at a place, and it can turn off your lights on, off. You can command to turn on some ACs and all. Nothing but everything smart devices, and that's what is the concept of IoT, Internet of Things. And you will
Yeah.
find that a lot of research is progressing very rapidly. Nothing but now software is trying to get into a physical form. Okay, and that's where, guys, if you are in this industry, it's the best place to be in. And the next 20-30 years, you will make a lot of opportunities, lot of money. Life is going to be amazing. So best time to be in here. Okay, that's one. Now, the next, just understand, guys, ki if you want to really be great into the IT industry, okay, if you have to have a massive successful career in the IT industry, it all starts with programming for a lot of people. Okay, and
Yeah.
now when it comes to programming, there are so many divisions which you can talk about. So many programming languages available. UI is there, server is there, and in UI there is a big ocean. In server there is a big ocean. Some start with the QA and all. So as part of today's session, Akshay is going to focus on the programming aspect from the perspective of like the server side development. Is it, Akshay?
No, sir. I am going to give some introduction about how to start programming.
Okay, ठीक है. तो चलो,
Yeah.
let's get
It's
started with that topic straight away then. Okay,
yeah.
so yeah, over to you, Akshay.
Yeah. So as you said right now, ki we are living in the in between the technology, right? We are yeah. Everywhere is softwares are available. When we use our mobiles, in that mobile we will be having some applications, that operating systems. When we use our laptop, in that also we are having operating systems, their own softwares. Okay. When we when we go to watch TV, in that TV there are some algorithms, there are some program are fitted inside that. Okay. When we just click on that remote to change the channel, right? So in inside that button also there is some program are fitted, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
embedded
basically
programming and all those concepts are
yeah,
there. Okay, there is a bigger
yeah,
form to this technology.
yeah,
Yes, yes. Hmm.
yeah. Actually we are living in between the technology, right?
Right.
And that is just because of software, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you need to understand that if you really want to come into the IT industry, then you have to understand the programming languages, right? So basically you need to understand that if I go into the if I go into the IT industry, if I want to go into the IT industry, then what should means what is the use of that, like, right? So if I am learning that language, then what will be benefit for me, right? So you can develop your own applications, you can develop your own websites. Okay. There are huge ocean in the software industry, right? So in yeah, this is the base, right? If yeah, and to learning the software, to learning the programming, you there are only three methods are there, three steps are
Okay.
there to learn the
Okay.
programming.
Mm-hmm.
First one is the decide programming language, decide any language. Okay. So in that section there are two categories, there are two categories of softwares are there, means there are two categories will be there. One is UI technology, means front end, and other one is backend. Okay, so in the front end development, like these both are different with each other, right? But this when we have to create any software or any website, we have to use both, right? So front end and back end come into the picture, right? So in the front end development, we will be having HTML, CSS, PHP, JavaScript, Bootstrap. These are some languages are there in the front end technologies. And in the back end, we will be having Java, C++, C, .NET, Python. So these are the back end technology, right? I will give you one example.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think we are streaming on Facebook, right? Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
So,
Hmm.
yeah, when we see there is one login page on the Facebook, right? So whatever you are seeing on that page, right, like one username, one box for username and
Mm-hmm.
another box for password, and
Mm-hmm.
again you will be seeing one button for login, right?
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you see on the page, that is nothing but the UI. That is nothing but the UI work. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
UI developers work. And when you enter the username and password, and when you press the login button, if your credential are valid, then only you will get entered into that account.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it will say it will not allow to go in that account, right? So that was the whatever you see on that page, that is nothing but the UI. And whatever the operations, checking password, checking username, that is the use of backend technologies like Java, C++, C. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so means without knowing front end and back end, the application or any website will not going to complete. Okay, so after that you need to choose any, like you need to choose your interest in, right? So there is like game development, application development, Android development, means Android apps development, or else iOS application development. So these are so many are available. And then you need to understand the different programming concepts. So our Natraj sir also says that if you learn C programming language, then you can learn any other programming language, right? Means
Mm-hmm.
C is the base programming language. In that C programming language, we will be having like some control statements, or in means if else, or any for loops. That is the base concepts. Okay, and that these topics are available in all other programming language. You can take any language, you will be having those topics in all programming language, right? So um, yeah.
Yes, yes.
And yeah,
Mm.
and after that you need to decide one language from this UI or any backend language, right? But be good, be perfect in any one, right?
Mm.
So it is not like I'm I am having some knowledge, I am having basic knowledge in Java, I'm having basic knowledge on HTML. This will not going to work in IT industry. You need to be perfect in minimum one language, right? Then only it will work for your future. And after that, there is some resources you need to there
Yes,
hello.
yes, yes, yes. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Just one thing here, guys. Okay. So based on what value Akshay is adding here, so you need to understand one important thing. Okay. देखो, when we say UI and server, it completely depends upon your interest. Okay. Let's help in
yeah,
some decision making. It completely depends upon your interest. There is good market in UI, good market in server, opportunities money wise. both the industries are going hand to hand, and there is a lot of things to learn. You will find a big future in UI also. There are UI leads and all that, till bigger development roles are available. And even in server there is a big curve available. Okay, so it completely depends upon your interest, which industry you want to choose. Okay, but they go eventually what happens is after 6 years, okay, so I'm talking about 6 years, till 6 years you can just be a UI developer, happy life, just be a server developer, happy life. But once you cross 6 years, then you need to jump into each other's territory very solidly. Okay, nothing but both of them should target to become an architect role after 6 years onwards. Okay, for that you need to understand the end-to-end system, so that is mandatory. Now how your planning should be: if you are UI, if you are server, for getting inside the industry, focus on one technology very good. Okay, be it UI, be it server, doesn't matter, but just focus on one. Don't try to become full stack right from the entry of the industry. Initially focus on just one, be an expert just in one. Okay, then after spending 3 years in the IT industry, you need to go further. You need to go further and then try to actually jump as a full stack role after spending 3 years in industry and mastering one division completely. Then try to be a bit full stack. Okay, and what is the full stack definition? You are very good in one technology and other you can do it. Okay, so that's the definition, and you should be able to be tallying it up. And by that way you should spend 3 years in the industry, like, okay, server also, UI also, full stack also. So kya ho gaya fir? 3 years only one very master, next 3 years, so by that way you are lining up your career. Second may you are trying to become more of full stack, and fir uske aage when the life goes, then you get into more of the architect level, and by that way your career should be planned. Okay, doesn't matter whether you start with a UI or whether you start with a server, you need to balance your career like this. Opportunities will be more. Okay, rest money wise both jobs will give you nice thing. There is just one thing: server walo ko, guys, lot of logic will come on the server. So if you like logic writing and if you find that as interesting, then you should choose the server programming. Okay, if you are thinking like big systems banane, microservice architectures and all that, a lot, server has evolved too much. Okay, there has been a lot of design patterns and all that which are very effectively followed on the server. UI side may it's also there, but people are not that effectively following it. Okay, so that's what, if it has been a very server dominated industry so far. But if you like logics, like complexities, performance, load, so I think then the server role is the right role for you. Okay, but if you are like beautification, you like UI, you enjoy coloring, and you enjoy like how customers will feel good about your application, and design sense is there for you, then your industry is like the UI industry. Okay, so completely
Yeah.
up to your interest, but don't confuse too much कि ये करूँ वो करूँ. Guys, कुछ ना कुछ कर लो. Don't keep toggling. Okay, it will kill a lot of your time. So decide one, get started. That's how you do it. Okay, fine, Akshay, what is the next thing once people have decided where they want to go ahead? Then आगे फिर how, what exactly?
So after that, you have to attend some classes, not classes. On internet, everything is free, right? If you really want to go in deep, yeah, we need to go into deep. For that, we need to take some classes. We need to attend some tutorials. Okay, so there are many tutorials are available on the internet, on YouTube. Okay, just search it, and huge list you will be
Okay,
having on that internet.
one,
Yeah.
one input I would like to give to everybody here. Okay, very nice, Akshay. Akshay is pinpointing the right strategy, guys, and he's saying generically this applies for everything. Okay, now just understand this thing. Okay, point is, you want to learn anything, you want to get started with anything, what's the option? Go to internet, Google it, find it, and then apply it. There will be some documentation available, some articles available. But guys, now kya hota hai? If I'm just exposed to the entire internet, okay, then finding something becomes very tough there. Okay, because there is this knowledge,
Yeah.
that knowledge, and wo bahut confusion ho jata hai. Guys, how did you learn a language, right? You start with ABCDs, then words, then sentences, then tenses, then this, then that, and step by step your grasping power improves. Now
Yeah.
point kya hota hai, guys? There are so many technologies available in the market, and new things will keep happening. If in the initial days you are directly trying to just read any articles and all that, na, that continuity will be missing, and as a beginner you will face challenges in that. Okay,
True.
and that is where we Akshay is highly recommending ke bhai, take some course or some tutorial or something on YouTube where somebody else has already put this effort of doing the hard work for you. Nothing but
Yeah.
there is a pattern, there is somebody has put in the effort to line up the things one by one. Guys, let me tell, this really saves a lot of your time. And that is where, guys, even people are okay to take paid courses also, because otherwise hunting that much of information is never going to be practical. Okay,
Yeah.
so guys, make a valid choice. Okay, somebody has put in effort to give that kind of step by step guidelines. Okay, so you can understand right from day 1 to the day 10 basically. And for that reason, try to be more organized in the learning. Very valuable, this saves a lot of time, and you will be getting the right value out of it. Okay, and then on you can further explore, so that whatever you're training, that is not the end of the world. Okay, that is just the initial guidance where you can quickly adapt, and from there now you have to take your career to the next level. Yes,
Yeah.
Akshay, moving on.
So like on YouTube or any other paid course we can take. Okay. And
Awesome.
another, yeah. And when we try to do as when we try to learn as like our own, right? So there are so many websites are also available on the
Mhm.
internet, right? By that means we can take some help from that. There are so many documentations are already available, right? So means we can learn deeply from that documentation as well, right? So along with the courses and this documentation, then we are set now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, here guys, you have to draw one conclusion. Ke start believing ke you can
Yeah.
independently search the internet and get everything that you want. You have to change the mindset. Okay, as a student na, ये चीजों में you doubt it, अरे कैसे करेंगे, क्या करेंगे, and then you start running after people, अरे अक्षय tell me this, अरे राहुल tell me this, अरे Shank tell me this, and then क्या होता है, then you are manually chasing people, and those people might not have the knowledge themselves. Because of this, what happens is you get wrongly guided by other people, and when wrong guidance is happening, after that you're trying to do something, fear confidence starts breaking, lot of problems comes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to first of all become self sufficient. कि भाई internet hai, I am literate, I have some common sense how to approach it, I have some basic knowledge in me. So just sit down, start googling, find some YouTube tutorials, find some documentations. Just Google say now, you will find a lot of links of lot of websites. It's not required to find something in specific. Okay, but there are many other websites like Geek for Geek is there, Code Ranch is there, Career Cup is there. There are so many websites available where you can find it, but if you go to Google, you will find all of this list. So guys, okay, the conclusion here is you need to start believing that sitting in front of a computer, laptop, you can Google and find everything. You don't need somebody to come and tell you what needs to be done. And that
Yeah.
is a very important decision. You need to change this mindset straight away as a fresher. Otherwise, you would be massively dependent on people, and you will be misguided because they don't know what they are saying. So what can they guide you? So very nice point, Akshay. ठीक है, ये बंदा एक एक करके सीधे छक्के छक्के मार रहा है guys. Nice Akshay.
Yeah.
Moving on.
So after all these things, you need to miss the programming section will come, right? Coding section will come. So
Hmm.
for that you need to install some softwares to code on it, right? Yeah. So for UI development, like for CSS or HTML, there is no, yeah, there is some text editors are there, Edit Plus or any Notepad plus plus. On that means by installing these softwares, we can easily run on the browser, right? But if you have to,
Visual Studio, yeah, there are like उनके भी IDs होते हैं. UI में भी they
uh,
have their own IDs. Okay,
yeah.
Visual Studio, WebEx, कुछ तो lot of things.
Huh.
ठीक है, fine.
So for Java means I have some knowledge on Java. So by the because of that, I will suggest you Eclipse. Okay, means I am going to suggest you Eclipse. So in Eclipse there is a HTML also run, CSS file also run, and Java files also means it is for Java only. Okay, but yeah. So, but before going to the IDEs, we need to install one JDK software for to compile and run the programs in Java, right? Hello.
ठीक है, ठीक है, ये वाले चीज को अक्षय थोड़ा सा स्पीड अप करते हैं, ठीक है. So fine, this is good enough. So every technology will have its own prerequisites which you need to install, and ये भी चीज गूगल पे मिल जाएंगी. So don't worry much about it, कि just hunt it down कि what you need to have in the system and you will find it. ठीक है, तो चलो moving on. Yeah. So somehow the software is done, and what Akshay is saying is IDE is preferred because it is going to make a lot of life simple. So choose some IDE, do some basic installations, and then get started with the programming language. Okay, now talking further, Akshay.
Yeah. Now the last thing is, I'm going to share one incident in my from my graduation time. Okay.
Okay.
So in my graduation period, I learned C, C++, C Sharp, .NET, and Java. These five languages I learned in my college time, in my graduation time, right? But means I was like newborn baby, means I don't know
Newborn
anything about.
baby, yeah, Sale.
No, sir. Means
Okay.
in programming, in coding, right? In coding.
Newbie. Newbie.
Yeah, newbie.
Mm.
Uh, yeah. So I don't know. I don't have any knowledge on that time. Okay, on programming. So one day, sir came to class and they gave us one assignment. Just just like just they said ki write hello world program. Okay, so I write it down on the computer, right, and it's Java itself. But there were one semicolon was missing,
Mm.
right? And at that time I don't know कि एक्सेप्शन क्या रहते एरर क्या रहते ठीक है सर को बोला कि ऐसे ऐसे हो रहा then sir came to me and they said कि google it whatever the exception or whatever the error is coming na google it and then I search on google and problem is sorted out. So I want to tell you everyone ki whatever the problem, whatever the exception will come, whatever the error will come na, at the time of coding, then try to solve it by yourself. If then also you are not getting any solution, then try to Google. And then also you are not understanding, then last option is ask to your friends or any teacher. So this is
Mm.
about all about programming.
Right, right. So guys, this is a very
Yeah.
important thing. Be again, it's like self-sufficient, and go to Google first. And one important thing, guys, don't give up. Okay. Sometimes the problems are going to be pretty challenging. Okay, and you will not be like, okay, how to solve it, and a lot of problems might come. You're not getting the solution at all. But in such cases also you need to have patience. Okay, you need to have patience, you need to try, you need to think, and then only the solution will come. Okay, so that's a very important thing. So don't, like, whenever you get a problem, don't directly reach out to somebody for help, or just don't give it to somebody. Try to spend some time in googling it, thinking, okay, why it might be going wrong, what's good, what's bad, and all of those things. And then you would automatically, something will start clicking, some ideas will come to you, and then you have to solve it. Okay, now let me add some next step to what Akshay has uh, brought us to this point, key step by step you start coding now. Okay, now many people, देखो क्या होता है मालूम क्या, even in Ameerpet or like a lot of times, people have this confusion कि भाई how to code in a real time project. Yeah, everybody has that, how to code. People say कि Google करने से हो जाता है, copy paste हो जाता है. I want to tell you guys exactly what happens. ठीक है, exactly step by step, so that this confusion कि भाई IT industry में how to code, that confusion goes away. Okay, so ठीक है, चलो, let's spend like 10 minutes, 15 minutes in understanding this thing, and it's going to be really useful for everybody. Basically, those who are trying to get in the industry and who is having this confusion कि भाई coding कैसे करते हैं ना, those people will really get benefited based on the next 10 minutes that we will plan. ठीक है, so guys, देखो, first of all, let's take one common example. It is about building any website. Okay, so now everything, like people do web applications, right? So be it Spring, be it like, yeah, so basically what happens is there is an online website, there are some REST endpoints exposed, there is a UI application, UI is talking to the server, server talking to the database, and then these are the three pieces which connect. And in the server side they will have their own drama,
Yeah.
controllers, services, DAOs, utils, constants, okay, service helpers, this, that, blah, blah, blah. They will have their own world on the server. UI people will have their own world on the UI. Nothing but in UI also a lot of modularity is happening in the current times, okay? And database has their own area in the database. But primarily what is happening is whenever a requirement comes to you, okay, now whenever a requirement comes to you, it would be like, okay, develop something on the UI, develop something on the server, develop something on the database. Okay, now let's take some example. Hmm, okay, recently we implemented a feature. I want to give you guys some practical example. Okay, recently we integrated a feature. It was about QR code scanning. Okay, let's just understand. अभी now you do so much QR code scanning, right? फोन लेके पेटीएम पे चले गए और फोन पे चले गए. You do the QR code scanning. Now I want to explain to you. Well, this use case was there in one of our project that we implemented. End to end, how does a QR code full protocol works? Okay, end to end. Okay. So guys, देखो, first of all, what happened is, थोड़ा म्यूट कर ले अक्षय. बैकग्राउंड में धूम धमाका चल रहा है. Okay, this is good. Fine. So now let's understand how this the entire QR code thing was worked. ठीक है? Guys, first of all, you need to understand कि everything need not be developed from scratch. Okay? In the real world, there might be some third-party companies giving some paid solutions as well. So we can reuse those paid solutions. This is how IT thinks. Okay, we can reuse some paid solutions. So now what we did is, okay, we integrated with a third-party company who was having this logic of generating QR codes. Okay, now guys, what is the logic involved? So first of all, okay, let's say generating QR code for maybe a sign up process. You do this, right? Web WhatsApp के अंदर login करते time there is a QR code which comes and it keeps switching from time to time. Okay, so we had this kind of logic. Okay, one QR code should be visible. This QR code should be accessible only for 5 minutes of time. And if after 5 minutes somebody is scanning the QR code, then it should get an error message that the code is invalid. Okay, and before 5 minutes if it happens, then properly the communication will happen. Okay, simple. This was our use case. Now how did we do it? Okay, step by step I'll break it down. First of all, this actual QR code generation logic, we just outsource it, we built it up from a third party company. Okay, so they were already having it, like saste mein mil jata hai. Okay, so your clients will be there, your seniors will be there, they can make a decision, can we take a paid service? If it is possible, take a paid service. People can afford it, because who will get into that maintenance of all that logic? Simple, milega to ho jata hai. Okay, now what happened is, okay, let's say the requirement is something like this. Now I'm giving you a practical business requirement. This is requirement which will come in your project. Okay, now you are trying to log in, let's say, to your Facebook account or WhatsApp account, or let's say internet banking account. Okay, now the expectation will be, okay, right now kya hota hai guys, OTP aata hai, right? So when you want to log in into your banking account, you have a OTP option, and if you click on that send OTP, you get a OTP on your phone, and then you type that number in the web browser and then it works. Okay, but now the situation change. Okay, the requirement now is कि you want to log into your application, but at the time of login there are two options. One option is do it via OTP, the another option is do it via scanning the QR code. Now how this happens? So now what did we do? First of all, we were having our web application, let's say www.akshay.com. This is our web application which we built up. Okay, now फिर क्या होता है guys, where will we scan? Nothing but if you go to Paytm or PhonePe scanning, so for scanning your QR code you have to have some app installed in your phone. Nothing but now Akshay kind of customer will be asking you to develop some app. This is what step by step chalega, guys. Okay, there would be a mobile app developed for the Akshay application, whichever your customer is. Nothing but now app development came in picture. Now there is web development will happen. Now automatically roles are changing, right? There is a UI developer, there is a server developer, there is an app developer. Now you need to understand how these three things connect with each other. Okay, simple stuff. Now I'll tell you what happens. Okay, step number, and this is what logically you need to start thinking. Okay, first of all, what is the starting point? It is the web page. Okay, in the web page, Akshay is trying to log in. Then there is option either send OTP or generate QR code. Two options available. Okay, now in the UI, the user, some UI developer is going to develop, write some code by which there would be a button developed which says generate QR code. Okay, now what happens is, guys, as a response, okay, so whenever a user clicks on generate QR code, it is a temporary 5 minutes ke liye the code should be active. Now UI makes a REST API call to the server that, okay, Tausif has requested for a generation of the QR code. This is a request coming. Now server will, now what will happen is, if you know Spring and all, there will be a controller layer. So in the controller layer, there would be a method. The method name might be generate QR code, and it will have some parameters which talks about Akshay, basically, that will come like a cookie to the system behind the screen, or it would be embedded in a session. Kuch token, wahan pe security mechanism will be implemented. Okay, so let's not touch into that. Use case pe focus karte. Ye packaging will happen in parallel. Okay, so then a request comes to the server. Now server, dekho, now as a server guy, I am not writing logic to generate QR codes, right? So that logic, I am doing integration with a third party company. So this is how we implement it. So when you are doing the, now kya hota hai, the server ke usme logic will be writing the logic on the Java application by which you can call some third party companies. Okay, nothing but integration is going to be the logic on the server. Now, how this logic is going to be, first, you need to know which endpoint of the third party company you guys should be calling. Endpoint nothing but they are also going to expose us some REST endpoints or some methods via web URLs. They would be accessed, right? So we would be calling some endpoint. We will be passing some request. Hey, we want to generate a QR code. It is generated by so and so person. And then in response, okay, in response, that guy gives you an location. They generate the QR code and they give you a location, basically a web location. Okay, hey, load this into a iframe onto your UI. This was our implementation. Okay, now what is happening is, now when we made an API call to the third party, they generated the code at their side, and in the response they gave us a URL like, okay, the code for this input request is available on this URL. We gave this URL back in the response to the UI. Now the UI guys have to now load it into a iframe or show it in the web page itself. Nothing but now kya hoga, browser screen pe the QR code will be displayed. Simple real time use case. Now abhi kya ho gaya, guys? Now the next part of this, second part, guys, this is interesting. This is really interesting. Abhi QR code is displayed on the website. Now you take your phone. Expectation kya hai, guys? You take your phone, you launch the Akshay app, and from the Akshay app, when you scan the QR code, now just understand what has happened. This app does not talk to the UI. Okay, this app, what we have built up, okay, it captures the data. Okay, and this data, it sends it to the directly the barcode processing system. Okay, nothing but here you understand, okay, what happened while we were integrating. The people from which we purchased the barcode generation logic, okay, they provided some ready-made SDKs. If you go into mobile development, you will understand some ready-made SDKs will be there, which will come. Okay, nothing but we use their ready-made SDKs. Nothing but it's like a Java jar file, right? Dependency jar file will be there. If you're trying to work with Oracle, OJDBC jar kuch aa jata hai, right? Those kind of jars will come, right? So similarly, some SDKs were provided by the third party company, and they said, hey, if you are scanning, then you will get something out in the mobile app, and then you need to provide that scan thing to directly their system. Nothing but abhi Now your app is not even talking to your application ka UI, not even on the server. It's directly talking to the third party company ka SDK and reported saying, hey, we scanned this QR code. Now validate whether this QR code is correct or not. Now understand, guys. Now this is where the use case gets pretty interesting. Now the app has scanned it. It has made an API call. The app developer will be there inside your company itself. That person has written logic to use that SDK and then call the third party company which has given the QR code thing. And now since the code is generated by those people, they know how to validate the code as well, right? So now they validated. Guys, abhi tak kya ho raha hai? On the web browser, still that barcode is there. Okay, now this is where the communication world becomes interesting. Now, when the third party company validated that the QR code is correct, it makes a webhook or a notification to the server, guys. Now you understand, as a server developer, now there is a terminology in IT called as webhook, okay, or notifications. Nothing but you need to expose some methods which will be called from some third parties whenever some event occurs at their end. The terminology is webhook or notification. So as soon as the code is scanned and soon as they validate the code, okay, two results possible: success possible, failure possible. Now when the success failure possible, those people notify to us on the server side saying this was the result of scan of the QR code, either success or failure. Now the server knows it. Now guys, server needs to communicate to your UI browser that the user is now either successfully logged in or failed in processing. Guys, यहाँ पे और complicate हो जाता है use case. Like how would, now just imagine, like you have one server and when the 10 customers are loading it, the website, क्या हो रहा है? Server तो एक है guys, but browsers are 10 browsers. Now the question comes, how will the server communicate this message back to the UI about successful scanning or the failure scanning? Guys, क्या होता है, right? Automatically your money gets deducted, right? So nothing but expectation is as soon as you scan your QR code, you should be automatically login into the system without clicking on any button. Nothing but behind the screen, the technical team has to develop this logic. Now the question is, how would the server know from which browser, which tab the request was initiated, and the server should respond back particularly to that particular request generation, so that in the UI some logic will be written, okay, automatically log in the user to the next page. This is a problem statement. Now how do you solve this? Okay, and when we started thinking about it, guys, two kind of solutions are there. One is socket programming. Okay, in the UI and the server, you need to implement sockets. IO kind of sockets will be there. Socket IO, this is the library. Socket IO, Spring provides Socket IO. UI guys also, Angular and all, has having some dependencies on Socket IO. Using that, the server and the UI application will always be in sync. So any message which comes on the server, you can pump it directly and it will reach to the receiver and then it can act accordingly. That's one solution. Okay, but guys, it's going to be heavy. Okay guys, you need to think of all this. This is real time application. Okay, one example, itna complicated, har cheez itni complicated nahi hoti hai. I'm trying to provide a bigger picture of end-to-end processing. Okay, now what has happened is socket IO ye wo se, but problem here is if there are like 5,000 customers on the server, 5,000 sockets should be opened for pushing the data back. Load will keep increasing with time. Nothing but concurrent customers will be affected if there is too much, and usko kaise handle karna hai, that's a different thing. Thoda complicated bhi ho jata hai because now you need to introduce a new socket IO, us pe fir connections, are they dropping, not dropping? Guys, acha lagega kya if you're trying to log in and server did not respond and then you would be like, I'm stuck here, I cannot go further. So that's the responsibility of the technical developers to make sure that the application works. Okay, now let's make it. So we did not follow this approach. We did not follow the socket IO approach because it was like too much of work. Okay, it was too much of work and we were not getting the proper, because kaun itna maintain karega socket connections and all that, even though libraries are available, but we didn't wanted that. Now guys, if server is not pushing the data to the UI, what is the second approach? The UI should make an API call and get the response back, right? Nothing but in the web browser itself, the UI guy should write a call, which happens maybe repeatedly, every 10 seconds, every 5 seconds, some call happens. You make a server call to check, is the customer logged in or not? And if it is logged in, you take him to the next. If it is not logged in, you stop. Okay, this is the thought process where we were going into. Abhi yahan pe problem kya ho jata hai, guys? This is another interesting challenge. Okay, now just imagine, now how much should be this duration of back-to-back UI to server calls? How much should be the duration? Should we call every 5 seconds or every 10 seconds, every 15 seconds or every 1 second? Everything has in pros and cons. Guys, if you make it 10 seconds, what does that mean? That means the UI has launched. Okay, I am scanning the code, even though it notified to the third party company, third party notified to the server saying it's successfully done. But from the customer experience perspective, for 10 seconds, you are still seeing the barcode because UI call abhi tak hua hi nahi hai. It's waiting for 10 seconds to happen. Nothing but guys, understand, will you, as a customer of internet banking or any bank application, you have done the scanning, will you like to wait for 10 seconds? Is a lot of time. Nobody will wait. Now, if you are saying, no, don't wait for 10 seconds, then how much time are you saying? 5 seconds? Will the customer like to wait for 5 seconds? Because uske mobile mein to dikhta you are successfully processed. But web browser pe is not moving forward. The 5 seconds is also big. Now, if 5 seconds is big, then what is the solution? 1 second? And what if there is network call happening between this app and those guys and the notification? If the overall processing time is huge, let's say barcode to dikh gaya hai, and now every second you start calling, the customer is lazy, wo dhoond raha hai his phone kahan pe hai, and then by that time wo dhoondta hi hai 30 seconds ke baad, then he comes back 5 minutes tak active code hai. That means it could be for next 4 minutes he might not even scan the barcode. Uske baad he is getting the phone. Guys, this is real world. And then he is trying to scan the code. That means every second also, if you make an API call, you have to multiply it into 60 into 4. Those many API calls, is that okay? Kitna load generate ho raha hai? Like this, so many customers will be done. Unnecessary API calls coming. That is the thought process. Okay, I picked a big use case, massive use case, so that you can understand. And then we said, nahi bhai, aise nahi karenge, public maregi pakad ke. We cannot implement like this. Socket IO bhi nahi karna hai. This solution also not required. Then what is the alternate solution? Okay, then some of our team members, we came up with an approach. How about lazy pooling? Okay, there is a concept called as lazy pooling. Uska kaam aise hai. Okay, UI will make an API call to the server. Okay, now the server holds the response to the UI. It does not respond immediately. Intentionally, the server is going to hold the response, okay, for 1 minute. It's a configurable time. You can define whether you want 30 seconds. You can define whether you want 1 minute. This is lazy pooling. UI made a server call. Tell me the status whether the login happened successfully or not. The server is not responding because the server itself did not get a notification from the third party company. Server did not connect. Server is waiting for 1 minute time to get a notification, and it has not responded back. That means the UI thread is still stuck there. Now, when the notification comes, if the notification comes in this 1 minute of time, the server will tag it and give it in the response, and the UI will act accordingly. Nothing but as soon as it is real time logged in, the customer will get a feeling, okay, I am moved on further. Doesn't matter, and it is not adding load. We made it 1 minute because if suppose you don't get a response in 1 minute, make another call. Guys, it is okay to make one API call per minute, but it is not okay to make one API call per second. Okay, so this was the use case. We went into this, and then this was the solution. Okay, every 1 minute pe keep calling, keep polling it. Response aayega to de do, nahi aayega to chalne do aage. Okay, so by this way we implemented this entire system, and yeah, it was functional. And फिर यहाँ पे guys और cases आते हैं. Okay, खत्म नहीं हुई है लाइफ, अभी और cases आते हैं कि भाई डुप्लीकेट रिक्वेस्ट अगर आ रहा है तो सेम अक्षय अगर 2 टैब में जाके ही ट्राइज टू जनरेट विच इज द लेटेस्ट क्यूआर कोड जनरेटेड, बिकॉज ऐप तो एट अ टाइम एक ही स्कैन कर पाएगा, राइट? So the old generated code should be inactivated, new code should be activated. Now that kind of packaging logic is also required to be developed. Nothing but I took one use case to make you guys aware कि behind the screen कितना ड्रामा चलता है to make this thing happen. ओके अपन बोलते हैं भाई स्कैन कर रहा है अभी तक पैसा क्यों नहीं कटा, काय को मेरे को खाना नहीं मिल रहा है मेरा, राइट? केएफसी में जाके खड़े यू आर स्कैनिंग फोन पे, अरे अभी तक क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? तो बिहाइंड द स्क्रीन ऑल दिस ड्रामा इज हैपनिंग, ओके? एंड देन इवेंचुअली, सो दिस इज वन रियल टाइम यूज केस, ठीक है? अ पॉइंट इज देयर आर लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस व्हिच आर कमिंग इन दिस, बट स्टेप बाय स्टेप you need to see, you need to think. Every solution will have problems, pros and cons will be there with every solution, but when you start thinking, once you start googling, you will find some or the other solution, and then you will start experimenting it, putting it in place, testing it nicely, and then your application gets generated, ठीक है? This is one of a real time use case, ठीक है? बाकी simple होता है, कुछ नहीं, form page है, data लो, save करो, security are the basic things के how do you make your every API request coming to the server, how do you ensure that it is secured? So some caches will be implemented, some incoming JWT token will be there, you need to validate that token every time, and that is a separate layer of logic which will come always, okay? So guys, explained you one use case, okay? And just understand this is how your thought process should go like. And this was one of a complicated wala use case, just to cover up most of the things. API calls are covered, third party integrations are covered, app development is covered, notifications are covered, lazy pooling is covered. So all of this try to cover as part of this, okay? So बाकी सब सबसेट्स रहेंगे, some cases में सिर्फ notification आता है, some cases में DB crons चलते रहेंगे system में, and it will make some third party calls, update the database. That's another use case का nature एक रहता है, ठीक है? So these kind of systems will be there in real time. What I would recommend is, okay, just as a conclusion before we close our day, any website which you use, generally for those people who are not having genuine working experience, for them I am saying, any websites which you use, start asking questions to yourself ki how might it be technically implemented? Day to day activities, एक दिन में ना just study करो how you are using this internet world, what are the applications and how you are using all that, and then one day na just keep asking questions how people might have developed this. बहुत questions आएंगे, a lot of questions will come. Start finding solutions. If you want to technically develop this requirement, this feature, क्या क्या करना पड़ेगा? And then sit on Google, start hunting it down. Can this be done? Can that be done? Can this be done? Blah 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 blah. And eventually your brain will start functioning. And ये जो confusion होता है ना कि real time में कैसे करते हैं, क्या करते हैं, that will automatically go, because the websites which you are seeing, which you are operating, on which you will think are actually genuine real-time websites only, right? So this is what it is. And I think we would like to just stick with this point itself, getting started with programming as part of today's session, and hope we have given some value. Akshay very rightly pointed step by step, okay? Dominating social media pe we did not get much of the time, maybe we'll arrange some other session for that, but I think precisely speaking, programming language wise, a lot of inputs were provided. Thanks Akshay for sharing that step by step thing, and hopefully this use case we discussed might open some of the thoughts in minds. And as a takeaway guys, whatever real-time websites you already use on a day-to-day basis, ask yourself a question: how do we build up some application or solutions technically? And whatever doubts you get, start solving it using Google. And if wo ho ja raha hai, maybe you can even start building it up. Guys, nobody's stopping you, right? You can start building it up, start writing code for that. एक UI के बंदे को पकड़ो, server के बंदे को पकड़ो, कर दो, okay? And guys, if you are saying कि no, I don't want to have UI dependency, guys, IT में mocking system चलता है. Without UI, you can still code everything on the server. Postman is the application. You call your APIs, it will work like a UI system for you. Similarly, if you are a UI developer, there is no server response for you. You can mock the entire server responses. You can write that logic. And वैसे independently कर सकते. If you want, you can do it. There is no dependency between each other. ठीक है? So thank you Akshay for this wonderful session, and
Yeah,
definitely it was hugely helpful for many people, I think so. Okay,
Yeah.
so nice, and looking forward. And Akshay, tomorrow morning we will meet up back again at 5 a.m. Okay,
Yeah.
and then we will be continuing back with the journey. Akshay, just before
Okay.
closing, every week you are also conducting some live sessions, right, for guiding, sharing
Yeah.
some knowledge to people. Yeah, tell something
Yeah.
about that.
Actually, I have started one page on Facebook, Code with Akshay,
Code with
and
Akshay. Okay.
yeah, and on that page, I used to come live on every Saturday at 12 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
and I just started uh, Java from basics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once basics concepts are cleared, then I'm means very means after few days I am going to touch to advanced topics of
Mm-hmm.
Java, and
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
and step by step we'll learn everything
Sounds
on
good.
programming.
Sounds pretty good,
Yeah,
man. Yeah. So, guys, so he's starting with the Java. So, if you or your friends, maybe in college and all, whoever available, so you can share it out with them. He's starting with the core concepts of Java, and it is all a service that we are trying to do as part of life transformation community. All our people have that maturity now. Okay, by we should share, we should care, we should empower others to
yeah,
grow in life. And all these people, yesterday Rahul came, so he's sharing himself out. Akshay is coming, and guys, till Friday we are having another set of people, and even on weekend we are going to invite somebody. So it would really give a lot of value. So we are, all these are like gems of the system who is sharing the knowledge with the next coming generation. So which can really help a lot. You can reach out to Akshay in person, and I will tag him here. I will just put him in description as well. So you can really reach out to this guy, and he would be very helpful. I know him personally. Okay, so yeah, I think some of the
and
great achievements. Yes, Akshay.
our life transformation new season is going to come
Yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
18th, 18th
Yeah,
January,
guys. Hmm.
and you can improve your mindset. You can develop your mindset basically.
Yeah,
So I am usually recommend that season to join there.
yeah, yeah. And guys, this season from 18th January, we are
And
starting with a 2 week program, okay, of life transformation. And this time we are trying new. Okay, so it's not just a life transformation. We are focusing on getting value to beginners of the IT industry, 0 years of experience to 3 years of experience. We are trying to tie two things together, building a grand career with the right mindset. Okay, it's a trimmed down version which will professionally empower you to get ahead in your career. ठीक है, बहुत कुछ. There will be concepts of a life transformation, but it would be packaged like how do you build your great career. So I think it would really give a lot of value to many people. Okay,
yeah,
so chalo, thank you everybody, and thanks Akshay for
thank
sharing
you.
that. And yeah, it was a wonderful time with you, man.
Yeah,
Okay, chalo,
thank
thank
you.
you, thank you, thank you.
Bye
Bye, 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 bye.
bye.
Okay, chalo, thanks, thanks, thanks.